Wasabi gangsters, it's me, Chance Dillon, here to talk to you about books. I'm also wearing my TDRL exquisite sweatshirt today. I think that should be acknowledged. Now, let's jump right into my reading. I actually didn't get to any Empire of the Dawn this last week. This tandem read is a really interesting. I've never done anything like it, so it's sort of taking a little bit more bandwidth than I thought it would. So, and I didn't even get that far, which speaks to. I'll get to the writing a little bit later, just in regards to some stuff in the writing working business world in that regard, like the authoring world. But I didn't get any further in Empire of the Dawn. I don't want to say I'm sitting this down for now. Like, I'm not DNFing it. I'm not by for nowing it. Like, I really want to get to this. Like, I'm enjoying the story so far. This tandem read has just like. I guess it's sort of ensconce is the wrong word, but it's definitely taking up a lot of my thinking in regard to this series, and so yeah, it's what I'm doing, and you can see I didn't even get that far, even though it's dominating my thoughts. Yeah, so this is about 120 pages into Tower of Dawn, which I think is like 10 chapters, and about 15 into Empire of Storms. I am gonna shift my focus to getting to this only, I think, for a little bit, and once I finish this tandem read, I'll feel a lot more comfortable reading Kingdom of Ash by the side of Empire of the Dawn. Where we are at so far in these two books, in Tower of Dawn, again, I don't. This is late in the series, so I don't want to spoil anything too much. But the sort of the suspension of disbelief has been, it's like out the window at this point. I'm back in it, and I feel like, actually, it's funny. I feel like the main character. I don't want to, again, say who people are at this point, but the main character in Empire of Storms, I'm sort of getting more detached from that POV, and as we're getting introduced to all these other POVs, which I don't think is a flaw. I think it's just I'm finding where the other stories are just a little bit more, there's a little bit more progress there. That said, I'm seeing in the main character storyline, where I'm at currently, the chapters I just recently finished, we're kind of getting back to that, and we're starting to see more progress, which is cool. And then you split people up. You have these pairs, and I don't know. It's very good. I'm enjoying the tandem. I'm enjoying the tandem aspect of it as well. Although making it harder for me to like sit down and be like, okay, where am I at right now? Like, what do I got to read next? Like, which admittedly is kind of a pain in the ass. And I know that's not how you have to read these. It's just I understand the enjoyment out of it, and therefore I think I'm going to keep with that. If I get to a point in Empire of Storms where I'm just like, okay, I just want to read Empire of Storms, and then I'll get to Tower of Dawn, then I'll do that. But I think at this point I'm still enjoying the tandem aspect of this tandem read, and so I'm going to keep at it. And then I've got probably like 10% more into Come With Me by Ronald Malfi. This is, I suppose, a horror novel. It's got a lot of mystery baked in early on, and we're seeing the unraveling of this character's past that we lose early on, and like before the story even starts. The story effectively starts. Again, I'll just sort of reiterate this, even though I talked about it a little bit last week. But the character's wife dies in a pretty horrific way. Generally, it's a pretty horrific way, and then he gets a box on his doorstep, I think from work. And there's a hotel receipt in there, and it was paid with in cash, and it's just it sort of like unravels slowly from there. It's really cool. I think the title "Come With Me" it keeps getting brought up by way of like what these words meant to the main character, and again, it is a very interesting dialogue on grief, especially in this instance, grief with losing a partner, and it's very good. Very good. Really, really enjoying it. I'm slowing down on that again. Like the tandem read, for some reason, Throne of Glass is just consuming my thoughts. Consuming them. All right, let's get to the writing update now. I posted over my Instagram and actually on my post here on YouTube the new Broken Binding Edition launch edition covers, the special editions of. The first ever, by the way, produced special editions of the first two books, Mercy, Tears of the Fallen, and Mercy, Ill is the Fate. We are going to the dust jackets that Abel Montero has put together, by the way. And my Patreon members, my Roomboard members, have seen a sneak peek. Wow. I mean, just wow. I cannot wait to share that with you guys. I shared the artwork that Shimhack did generally, just like without typography or anything, and it's amazing as itself. Just what a phenomenal pieces, and I cannot wait to get the typography latched on there to show you guys the dust jackets, because oh my gosh, they are so unbelievably cool. And then also, I can't wait to show you more. There's a secret project. I sort of took the same concept, canonized it by way of standardizing sort of the style that I want for the series as we move forward. And boy, oh boy. Again, my Runeborn Patreon members have seen a sneak peek of what that looks like, and it is freaking amazing. We're finalizing, Abel and I are finalizing the formatting concepts, like what art pieces and little emblems are going to be for chapter headers and chapter breaks. We're finalizing the interior part of that. I have to go over the short story today before I do my newsletter this evening. By the way, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, go ahead to chancedillonauthor.com. You get a weekly newsletter, writing updates, reflections, poems sometimes, updates on my plant, which is behind the frame, and I'll move it in frame for my short video later. Yeah, I really love the art pieces, and I cannot wait to bring to you guys the final product that will be the special editions, because, oh man, they are going to be so cool. And then like everything moving forward is just it. Let me give a brief reflection here before I move on and before I end the video, because I think this reflection is about just the convergence, I suppose. You know, you put work in, you do a bunch of little things right every day, and you have to live in where you're at and the presence of it, and be okay with it, you know, sort of just accept the choice, every single choice that I'm making every day in regards to the books and business decisions, artist's choice, whatever it may be, just like whatever I'm choosing every day for the books, I feel like eventually that convergence is going to pay dividends. And by way of, I know all the little things that I'm doing every single day play a big role. And being an author, I think, illustrates this better than most things I've done in my life, generally speaking. Just like how apparent it is that 1%, how big of a difference it makes every day. Like if you can do a little bit every day just to improve and get better, and you make a choice, and maybe it's a different choice one day, and it all comes together and it all works out. And I'm sort of living in that right now, of seeing all these pieces that I've put into place slowly start to come together, like you got like a wheel, a smaller wheel, a little wheel, whatever, like, you know, one of those dolls, or I'm definitely butchering this. The point is that I'm seeing all these things sort of spin to click together. This puzzle is going to click together, and it's just really cool to see each individual piece moving that I've put on the board, and it is really cool to see where it'll go. Yeah, you know, good or bad, right? So that is it, guys. I am going to cut the video here. I'm going to go do my short form. I'm grateful for all of you, grateful for all the reviews on the books. If you guys haven't left a review over on Goodreads or Amazon, please, those go such a long way. You can pre-order the audiobook for Mercy Tears of the Fallen right now. I believe actually you can also pre-order Mercy Ills of Fate's audiobook. The release dates are about a month apart, and you can see that over on Amazon or Audible or where they sell audiobooks. So I'm really, really excited, guys. Man, I forgot the writing update. We're about 86,000 words into the third volume. I'll dive more into that on my newsletter tonight. Just know, the last scene I wrote is a sort of like we'll call it a romance scene. And the reason I might keep it in there instead of cutting it and like maybe having it be an unreleased chapter for people to treasure hunt on the internet, is because it actually kind of plays into sort of the moment a lot. And it plays in what's going on in the story, and it also plays into sort of a little bit of abruptness, which is, I think, a part of the thing. You know, it'll be interesting to see that kind of happen in the way that I'm doing it. Anyway, yeah, that's that. That is today. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go do this short form one. Oh, uncomfortable. Silence between you and me. All right, we're gonna cut it.